Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Tony with Quick Tech Solutions, and here we cover topics such as home networking, home sound, and home surveillance systems, along with other tech topics as well. In this video, I'm going to share with you some footage I captured of a residential trim out of a house we pre-wired about 6 months ago. So what do I exactly mean by residential trim out? That's when we go to the home just prior to closing, and if we're trimming out for network, we do things like terminating and testing all of the network cables. We mount our access points, our routers, and our switches in the structured wiring cabinet. If we're trimming out for sound, then we're putting in the in-wall speakers and the in-ceiling speakers, as well as terminating all of the speaker cables. In a trim out, we don't put things such as a center speaker if it's an external center speaker, or the subwoofer or the actual AV receiver. We wait until after closing to bring those components to the residence. If we're doing surveillance trim out, we're going to be, again, terminating and testing the network cables and mounting our cameras, but probably not installing the actual NVR at that time either. So in this video, I'm about to share some footage with you. We're going to be trimming out for network and for sound. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so we are at the property. Let me give you a quick tour of what we have planned for today. You can see we have brought in some of our tools. We have an access point here on the top of this set of tools that's going to be mounted right up here in the hallway. As we move over here, here's the AV structured wiring cabinet. We're going to be terminating those cables and mounting our router and switch and surge protector. Moving along into the main living area, we have another access point here on the counter. That's a nice water bag to keep us cool. It's going to be mounted right here on the ceiling, and it will cover this entire first floor plus the lanai area. Moving into the master bedroom, you'll see I have another access point sitting ready on the window, and that's going to be mounted up here, and that'll give Wi-Fi access to this side of the house. So between the hallway, the master bedroom, and the main access point, we pretty much have the entire first floor covered. Let's move on upstairs now to the bonus room. So up here we have another access point to cover Wi-Fi up here. We also pre-wired for surround sound. We have our rear surround speakers. As you can see, we use the new construction speaker brackets. We have our front speakers, and we have 6-inch ceiling speakers as well. The speakers we're using for this install are made by Clips. For the in-wall speakers, we're using model number R5800W2 in-wall. And then for the ceiling speakers, we are using model number CDT5650C2 in-ceiling speakers. And then we're going to terminate our speaker cables using banana plugs. We also ran a chase down the wall. We're going to have HDMI and Ethernet terminated on the top, HDMI only on the bottom to connect to the receiver. And that pretty much sums it up for what we have planned for today's trim out. Okay, so here we're just preparing the rear surround speakers, stripping the cables, getting the speakers set in the wall, screwed down. You'll see here in a minute we'll be leveling the speakers, then applying the actual magnetic covers. By the way, the magnetic covers are paintable. And I just go over after I check the level a second time, and I just go over and give Gary a hand getting his set and leveled. Again, some final adjustments, making sure the magnetic covers are fitting tightly. And now we're working on the ceiling speakers. Again, helping each other out. It was super hot that day. The air conditioning wasn't running at that point. They had just got the power turned on, and the air conditioning system still needed to be started up by the HVAC company. Again, we're working on the ceiling speakers here. And then again, we do the same thing with the front speakers. Probably not going to show it because it's repetitious. Now I'm working downstairs in the structured wiring cabinet. I'm getting all my cables remarked again so I can cut them and begin the termination process. Once they're all terminated, then we go over to the access points and we start terminating those and then testing those cables to make sure that they all pass. Again, you can see I'm double checking my color code. We use T568B. Now I'm terminating the hallway access point. Testing the cable, we're all good to go, and then we're finally going to mount the access point bracket and then attach the Ethernet cable and then fit it into place. Okay, so we're taking a look at our finished cabinet with the edge router and the switch light 16. There's our hallway access point all finished and mounted. Now we're looking at the living room access point, making our way into the master bedroom to check out the master bedroom access point. There it is, completely mounted. Now we're back upstairs. There's the rear surround speakers. You can see that the sheetrockers and painters have some patchwork to do. There's our front surround speakers. Here we terminated an HDMI port and a Ethernet port. On the bottom of the chase, you'll see the other end of the HDMI cable that'll go to the receiver. There's our banana plugs, and again, you can see they need to do some patchwork. Another look at our front speakers, and then again, our ceiling speakers. And finally, a look at the bonus room access point fully installed. So I hope you enjoyed some of the footage I shared with you from this residential trim out. Let me know by putting your comments down below the video. So if you'd like to see more content like this, please click the video on the screen, and thank you so much for watching.